You are watching Market Watch, the brief overview of the key events from the world of finance. On Friday, investors took a cautious stance as major U.S. indexes fluctuated ahead of key inflation data. Concerns persist about how strong macroeconomic indicators could influence interest rate outlooks. The yield on 10-year U.S. Treasury bonds rose, reflecting expectations of a hawkish Federal. In Asia, Nikkei and the Australian S&P/ASX closed lower, while European markets opened sluggishly. Investors remain cautious amid geopolitical risks and ongoing pressure from high yields. The US dollar came under pressure, showing its worst weekly performance of the year. The euro and yen strengthened amid growing investor concerns about geopolitical tensions and possible Fed policy changes. The weakening dollar fueled interest in other currencies and safe haven assets, especially with US inflation data looming. Market participants are closely monitoring how current risks might affect monetary policy and global capital flows. Gold prices surged, surpassing $3,200 per ounce, driven by a weaker dollar and increased demand for safe haven assets. Investors are seeking to preserve capital amid rising tension and instability in currency markets. The growing interest in gold is also fueled by uncertainty in international tariff policy, which increases the attractiveness of precious metals as a risk hedging tool. Since the beginning of the year, gold has shown a strong upward trend, driven by the interest of both institutional and retail investors. Bitcoin is once again at the center of political discussions. In New Hampshire and Florida, bills are advancing that allow state governments to invest up to 10% of their reserves in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. These initiatives aim to establish reserve funds using digital assets, marking a step towards recognizing cryptocurrencies as a long-term investment tool. A key requirement is that assets must have a market capitalization of at least $500 billion, giving Bitcoin an advantage over other cryptocurrencies. That's all I have. Follow the news carefully and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.